And that means, unfortunately, this next one is decreasing. So Deep Sea Adventure boost version, doesn't matter in my case. I had rated it as a 7, and I specifically talked about my history with the game. The original version, which I was skeptical about, I played. I had this weird experience where I was like, I don't understand why I wouldn't just want to go like 2 steps and then go back to the sub and then let everyone else drown. And I was told that it's like, well, it's a social dynamic, you know, you kind of want to encourage everyone else around the table to just don't take any treasure, go as deep as you can, and then start taking. But by the time you're that deep, if you actually do start taking multiple treasure, you're not going to make it back. I was willing to give it another shot. I was excited about this boost version of Deep Sea Adventure, which did not add anything to address my problems with the game. In my last review video, I explained how we had a 4-player game that was tied 0-0-0-0. No one got a single point the entire game because we were all trying to go moderately deep, but obviously still too deep. And by the 3rd round, we're all like correcting ourselves and saying, okay, clearly we're still going way too deep. So let's turn back after a very short period of time so we can see somebody make some points. And still, no one made any points. I went apparently 1 round too far. Well, what was 1 round too far? It meant that I should have turned back after 2 turns of going down. That's it. Just 2 turns. Which is nuts because then it's not fun. There's no pushing your luck. As of that review video, I said I'm going to keep it in my collection. It's a 7. I'm going to give it because I feel like I'm missing something. I'm either doing something wrong, or maybe 4-player games are just worse or harder. It goes up to 6 though. 6 players. I cannot imagine. And I don't think it scales anything. The number of air is the same. Well, you hop over people if they're in your way. So whatever. Well, I played it again with the same person, by the way, that originally tried to convince me of it years earlier. Him and a couple of other people, and we all played it. And the only person that made any points in that game was him, because he did what I said the only thing you could do. What I told him years ago was probably the only way to effectively play it, was to go like 1 or 2 steps and then turn back. That's what he did. And he's the only one that got points that game. I'm done. I'm dropping this to a 5.5. I want to like it. I think the production's good. Clearly it's popular, but I don't know why. And I still welcome anyone to tell me what you think my group, what we're doing wrong or misunderstanding. But as it stands, I can only conclude that everyone else is playing it wrong. Because are you subtracting from the dice rolls based on the number of artifacts that you have? So you're down, even if you're only a couple steps away from the submarine, if you're holding 2 artifacts and you roll dice and you get a 1 and a 1 and a 0, that adds up to 2. Minus 2, because you're holding 2 artifacts, is 0. You don't move. And so on the way back, you're trying to get back. You're moving slower. And sometimes you don't move at all. So you never make it back. You drown. Oh, yeah, so I was saying, other people, are you doing it wrong? Are you subtracting the pips, and then are you also subtracting air at the start of your turn for every artifact that you're holding? Because the more artifacts that you and other people are holding, the more the air depletes very fast. So if you're playing a 4-player game, let's do the math, right? You're playing a 4-player game. Let's say everyone's holding 2 artifacts or treasure. That means that at the start of everyone's turn, you're spending 2 air automatically. And then if you decide to boost, you're spending a 3rd air. So let's say 2 out of the 4 people do the boost. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 air spent each round of taking 1 turn each. 10 air. The sub only starts with 25 air. So you do the math. Are you only supposed to get 1 treasure in this game of treasure finding? I just don't get it. So I feel like at the moment, I have to treat it as a broken game that just doesn't work probably should be a lower than a 5.5, but the reason that I'm not going lower is because I am still holding out hope that one of you is going to tell me I'm wrong and that I shouldn't get rid of this. I shouldn't offload it, because right now I want to put it on my shelf to go out. It'll probably sit there for a few weeks anyway, so I've got a little time. Tell me over the next few weeks before I get rid of it why it should stay in my collection and be higher than a 5.5. But at the moment, that is my updated review for Deep Sea Adventure. And again, this is Jason with the Gamer Side. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.